Hello, Lumineers, and welcome to the happiest card game on Earth. We are back with another set coming out here shortly, Azurite C. Now, I need to give you guys a small apology, probably behind the curve on this, just a tiny bit. I did want to publish this about a week and a half ago. Unfortunately, audio and technology, not my friends. Maybe Hero could have saved us. But, I am really liking the theme of this. I really like the idea of Big Hero 6 coming into this. I do like the idea of the inventors, but very interesting story that they're trying to portray with the water maze and just being overwhelmed. So I wonder where that's going to take us in the lore. Alright, so what to expect? Looks like we're going to have release dates of November 15th, and that'll be in your local card shops, any of the shops that are sponsored by Lorcana, of course. Everywhere else, your Targets, your Best Buys, things of that nature, Amazon, we won't see it until the 25th. Give or take Black Friday, Thanksgiving. So yeah, so those are the launch dates. Pretty exciting there. Let's get in kind of more of the details. Of course, booster packs. Gonna have two starter decks. Looks like red, yellow. Looks like it'll be pirate themed. I have some more on that later on this video. And a green, blue. So I think that's gonna be really fun too. Your typical Illuminator's Trove. And the Stitch gift set. I think that's gonna be actually kind of interesting. The fact that it's putting, it looks like a card binder in the box, along with a promo card, some card dividers. I think it's gonna be really neat. Just something to shake it up. And then we have the Scar and the Winnie the Pooh sleeves. So kicking this off, we had this teaser from D23. All of these characters seem pirate themed. I think finally we might get the pirate deck that we wanted from the Inklands. So definitely gonna be the first thing I'm gonna try is by putting this together. Going through a couple of the cards here. So we're going to see the Rescue Rangers. So we're going to see Chip. Kind of a vanilla card. I won't go through all of them. There's a couple that are really big standouts to me. But I will leave them up for a moment. That way if you want to pause it, take a look at the card, by all means. Then we're going to shift into, of course, Dale, his counterpart. And kind of like how Flotsam and Jetsam worked, there's going to be a lot of this happens when Dale is in play, this happens when Chip is in play. Cards that are Chip and Dale, where this card counts as both cards for shift targets, abilities, things of that nature. So, again, more fun stuff there. We have a bigger version of Chip. So, like I was saying, while you have a character named Dale in play, this character gains support. Not sure if that's going to be meta. I mean, we've had so many different support characters and so many different things. Definitely something fun. Definitely draftable. I think that could be a good card to pull on draft if your opponent's not ready for something with support. We move into the Rescue Rangers away. So we've got our first action that's Rescue Rangers. So number of characters that you have in play. Chosen character loses strength equal to the number of characters that you have until next turn. I think there's other cards that can do this, but just something different and fun. And then we have more Dale. When you play this character, you may put the top 3 cards of your deck into your discard to give chosen character -3 attack. I don't like that. I'll be honest there. Just doesn't. I don't know. I don't see the potential yet. We have our first shift target, Chip and Dale. Shift 5, being able to shift onto either Chip or Dale. During your turn, whenever a card is put into your inkwell, you may return a character card from your discard to your hand. I definitely think that this could be fun. I definitely think, again, in a draft, this could be good. 8 costed, uninkable. The shift 5 makes it playable, but is still rough, in my personal opinion. Time will tell. Jim Hawkins makes a reappearance, which is going to be really good, and this time as a bodyguard and a Amber. So really going to be interesting to see on how he interacts and how he plays. Mad Hatter's Teapot, another good one here. Each opponent puts the top card of their deck into their discard. Kind of nice as an item if you're trying to run a mill deck or just start getting rid of their cards. That could be relatively fun. Purple Red, I'm looking at you, trying to make us more angry with you. I can already tell. And that's not even the best card that I'm going to unveil for Purple Red. So, spoilers. We got a Sisu. Kind of vanilla. I mean, she does have Challenger too, but 5 costed inkable. I'm just not really seeing her being played, if I'm to be honest. And then Pixie Dust. This is the interesting one. Chosen character gains Challenger +2 and Evasive until the start of your next turn. It's a 4-costed item. It does cost 2 each time you want to use it. But I mean, with Purple Red, being able to have goats with Evasive, rabbits with Evasive, being able to tackle those Diablos, having the Challenger 2, I don't know. I think this is going to be a really, really good card. The fact that it's uninkable, I think makes it balanced. I think it is a very tricky card to play, especially if you're trying to run like Queen's Castle or what to play on turn 4. So it definitely is going to be a struggle, but I definitely think if games are pushing into the mid game or the late game, that's going to be a pretty good card. At least I think. Again, time will tell. For an uncommon, at least, it's got a lot of potential. Rafiki is getting a shift from, I guess, any other Rafikis that you want to use. I'm assuming probably the 1-drop. 9-costed uninkable, though, kind of hurts. He is a 6/6, 4 lore. During your turn, whenever a card is put in your inkwell, you may draw a card. Again, Purple Red, you guys are starting to get a little scary. You already have immense card draw. I don't think you guys need any more. Let's be honest here. And then we've got everyone's favorite scariest woman alive, Yzma. I think this is going to be wild of a card. She's a 4-costed inkable. She has 2 lore. A tap ability if you have less than 3 cards, fewer than 3 cards in your hand, draw until you have 3 cards. It's essentially Friends on the Other Side, plus an extra card anytime you have no cards in your hand. So again, I think she's going to be wild. I think she's going to be completely useful. It kind of goes like with Clarabelle, where it was like, everybody was saying, what if your opponent doesn't have the cards? What's the point? So on and so forth. I think Yzma is going to just be everywhere. Green, I like this one. Fred, this is going to be kind of fun. Whenever this character is challenged, gain 2 lore. I think this could be great. He's a 1-costed inkable. He's going to get blown up pretty quick. But 1-costed inkable, 1/1. He just sits there basically to be attacked. So you have to waste your brawls on him. You have to waste your Storm Ray Johns on him. I like that. I like that. Very, very strategic card. Honey Lemon, when you play this character, you can put pay 2 to have each opponent choose and discard a card. I like it. I want to like it. I want to like it more. I think Anna is a little bit better of a play. Granted, she comes down on 3, but just some difference there. Stitch. Love the artwork on this. I think this is beautiful. I hope this has an enchanted. I would love to have this one. 4-costed, uninkable. He has a shift 3. When you play this character, if you use shift to play him, you may put an action card from your discard to the top of your deck. So definitely some playability. A lot of hoops you got to jump through. From my first thoughts, I can't think of a green Stitch that we can shift at the moment, so we might see more green Stitch, possibly. Again, nothing I've seen yet. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I mean, if you're doing green steel, if you're doing green yellow, of course there's targets that we can do there, but I'm curious to see if we see like a 1-drop green Stitch. Captain Hook, while this character is exerted, opposing pirate characters can't quest. Whenever this character is challenged, draw a card. I like it, but again, it's a little niche with the whole opposing pirate characters. It was the same problem with Peter Pan. Opposing Hook can't do, certain actions. I kind of wish it was just a little less targety, because unless you're playing against a pirate deck, it's just you're going to run into trouble there. Go-Go, I think is going to be a pretty fun card. She is a 2-drop, inkable 2/2 with evasive. When you play this character, you may pay 2 to gain lore equal to the damage on choosing opposing character. I mean, for a 2-costed inkable, I don't think it's terrible. I would probably say if she had Rush, it would be a little bit of a better option, because somebody may play her and just let her sit there until they can rack up some damage, and then use her ability to, gain 3 lore, gain 4 lore, wait for your Smee to take damage, things like that. I feel like if she had Rush and evasive, it may kind of persuade more people to play her, run into a Diablo, something like that, and then wind up doing those even trades. So kind of like a risk equals reward. Hey, player, rush into somebody, or hey, player, sit on her. I don't know, just my first thoughts on her. Peter Pan, this character enters play exerted. However, while this character is exerted, each opposing player cannot gain lore unless one of their characters has been challenged this turn. Now this is kind of interesting too, because it says the opponent can't gain lore. That means Pirate's Life Songs. That means I'm having a brain fart on it, the purple card, where it's pay 3, gain 2 lore. Any song or action that basically just says, hey, gain lore, and your locations. That does mean that this would stop you from gaining lore from your locations while he is exerted. Kind of curious though in the rulings though, because your lore from locations are supposed to generate on your upkeep, so when you draw. However, if you draw, have a character attack and challenge, does that allow you to gain the lore from the location? I think that's one question I'm kind of curious on. My natural answer wants to say no, but we'll see if there's any official ruling on that changes. And then we go to Adorabizzle Winter Pop, and she is, while this character has damage, she gets 1 lore. She's a 1/5, she's inkable. I don't really see her making much play. And then that brings us into Kakamora. 4-costed uninkable, 5/2 with Rush. Does have 1 lore. I like Maui just because he's inkable, but we'll see. He could be playable. We could see him every now and again, especially if we get this pirate deck going. Wendy Darling, evasive. While you have another pirate character in play, this character gains +1 attack and +1 lore. I like it. Again, I'm really hoping for this pirate deck. I really want to see it. I want a really nice red steel pirate deck. That's just fun. Like I really do. Tigger's gonna come in here. Tigger's also gonna be a pirate. 3-drop, 0/4, evasive. While you play an action, or whenever you play an action, this character gets +1 and +1 lore this turn. So again, it's possibilities there. And then we go into our blues. Nick Wilde is going to have a 1-costed inkable. 1/2. While you have another character with support in play, this character gains +2. Maybe. We don't see a lot of support. I'm hoping that changes this set. I just kind of a bummer that an archetype just isn't played that often. Then we have Wasabi. Whenever you when you play this character, you may banish chosen item. Its player gains lore, however. During your turn, this character gains evasive. I don't know. It might have some fun there. I mean, being able to banish your own items, maybe something like Tamatoa to bring them back. So, banishing a popsicle, banishing an ice block, allowing you to gain extra lore. It could be a fun play. It definitely would speed up like blue decks, but we'd have to wait and see on that one. Then we have Yakoi. Whenever this character quests, you may return one of your items to your hand to pay 2 less for the next item you play. So, essentially how I would read that is maybe Fishbone Quills in play. You want to return it to your hand so that you can play it for 1, being able to exert it again for additional ink. I mean, that's kind of what I'm getting from that one. We'll wait and see. We will wait and see there. Hiro Hamada. Other inventors gain resist 1. Look at the top card of your deck. Put it on either the top or the bottom of your deck. Really nice to see that you're getting resist 1. And inventors being the new subclass here, definitely can see some possibilities there. I think that could be a pretty fun card if played in the right deck. Then we see Baymax. If you have an inventor character in play, you pay 1 less to play this character. You move up to 1 damage from another chosen character, and that's a pay 2 ink ability. Again, we're going to see inventors. I'm hoping that this really pops off for the inventors. I think the inventors can be really fun. Speaking of inventors, Gadget from Rescue Rangers. She's a 6-costed inkable. She's a 3/6. She's got 3 lore. She has a shift ability. When you have 3 or more items in play, you pay 1 less to play inventor characters. Again, being able to get inventors on the board faster, definitely good. Our first legendary blue is the Baymax. And when you play this character, whenever he quests, you may whenever you play this character and whenever he quests, you may remove up to 2 damage from another chosen character of yours. Gain 1 lore for each 1 damage removed this way. It's a 5-costed inkable 2/6, and he is going to be the first legendary. Now, on this one, Oswald, I apologize for the picture. It was the best shot that I could get at the moment. There was a photo of it. I could not find the photo of it. I apologize. This is confirmed to be the 2nd legendary card in blue. So it'll be the Baymax and the Oswald. So during your turn, whenever a card is put into your inkwell, you may reveal the top card of your deck. If it's an item card, you may play that item for free. The interplay exerted. Otherwise, put it on the bottom of your deck. So, definitely some versatility there on being able to get items out quick. The risk being sending your cards to the bottom of the deck. But with all that being said, this is kind of just a glimpse of what we're going to see with Azurite Sea. Really am excited for it. Again, I really just want a competitive pirate deck. I think that's we've been trying to do that for so long. I think it's gonna be super fun. I'm excited to see what more stuff comes out. I did see a Hades. There's a Tinkerbell. Like some other stuff has actually surfaced. Just the writings are in German. The Tinkerbell didn't have an amazing ability. Hades, I think it has something to do with banishing your own character to return a character from the graveyard, or the discard, something like that. When I do part 2 of this, I will definitely be bringing it up. Once I see Enchanteds, I will bring those up as well, kind of letting you guys see those. But yeah, thanks for hanging out with me. I greatly appreciate it. If you enjoyed this, if you liked any of this, if you're just excited for Azurite Sea, like and subscribe. Free way of being able to support me. Other than that, I'll catch you guys later. Peace.